I can't say no names, and that's not like me because I love saying names. But this is kind of a touchy subject, so I won't say the name. They were doing some pretty wild things.
It appears to have become a recurring pattern for individuals associated with Diddy to come forward daily, revealing unsettling revelations that increasingly ensnare him in troubles. Now, Spanky Hayes has stepped into the spotlight to disclose shocking allegations involving Diddy's actions with his girlfriends, particularly focusing on his interactions with Young Miami. So without any further ado, let's get started with what Spanky has to say. In his recent interview, Spanky shed light on the extravagant parties that Diddy frequently hosts for the glamorous celebrities in the industry. According to him, Diddy's gatherings are known for their explicit and wild nature.
He had the dopest party. If you didn't go to a Puffy party, you weren't there. You can't really talk about being there if you wasn't at Puffy's party.
According to him, he saw something really wild that he could not shake off what he saw. The images stayed vivid in his mind. According to him, this incident involved two men, to be specific. Yes, there was one girl present, but her eyes were wide open, as if in shock, emphasizing the peculiar nature of the situation.
And this was two men, to be particular, two men?
Yeah. And it was one girl there, but her eyes were this big.
Amidst the recent allegations against Diddy, there are suggestions circulating that the girl he mentioned might be none other than Young Miami. According to Spanky, there are insinuations that Diddy could have potentially subjected Miami to participate in questionable actions, drawing parallels to his past actions with Cassie.
He wasn't participating.
Correct.
So she was looking at some she wasn't sure if she should be seen.
Moreover, insiders close to Young Miami, Diddy's girlfriend, report that the city girl is currently taking a hiatus from her relationship with the individual facing allegations of criminal activities. According to a confidant of Young Miami, as revealed to Media Takeout, she recently had a conversation with Diddy, and they mutually agreed to temporarily pause their relationship.
And this is what she wrote to her: if I wanted you to blank, Diddy would have had you on your knees.
Diddy and the rapper Young Miami were initially linked in 2021, although they only publicly acknowledged their relationship in June 2022. Diddy openly confirmed their romantic involvement during an episode of Young Miami's podcast, Carisha Please. Despite being together throughout 2022, Young Miami publicly declared her single status in April 2023. However, it's worth noting that the two have been navigating an open relationship since that time.
What the f is going on in that relationship? The 250K ain't enough.
Could see some things.
That ain't worth 250K. That's gotta be some dark shit.
So people have been speculating that this can be possible because Young might have known about Diddy's alleged explicit rituals. And presently, Sean Diddy Combs finds himself in the midst of a substantial career crisis, marked by a widely publicized legal dispute with his former girlfriend, Cassie. In the wake of recent allegations against Diddy, accusations have been pointed in his direction, particularly fueled by Cassie's explicit claims. In a series of explosive statements, Cassie accused Diddy of involvement in use, explicit activities, LGBTQ+ issues, physical assault, and rape. In a statement to The Times, Cassie expressed that after years in silence and darkness, she felt finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and assault in their relationships. A spokesperson for Sean Combs, known by various names such as Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddy, and Love, vehemently denied these accusations, branding them as offensive and outrageous. The representative asserted that these claims surfaced following Ventura's alleged demand for $30 million from the mogul.
And Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, they're saying tonight that the two have settled a lawsuit she filed against the mogul yesterday in Manhattan federal court.
Combs, a three-time Grammy winner, holds a prominent position as the head of an extensive business empire spanning various industries, including fashion and music. Since the establishment of Bad Boy Records in 1993, he has played a pivotal role in the hip-hop scene, collaborating closely with iconic musicians such as the Notorious Big, Mary J. Blige, and Lil Kim. As per the lawsuit, Combs actively pursued Ventura, who at the age of 19 signed with Bad Boy and swiftly rose to fame. The legal document contends that during a gathering for her 21st birthday, Combs forcefully kissed her, immediately exerting his power and influence in a way that is now the subject of legal scrutiny.
She also says that he got physical with her and forced her to be intimate with men of the night. You know how we call women of the night?
Citing Combs' influential position as the founder of Bad Boy Records, the lawsuit details Ventura's experience, asserting that she felt pressured to yield to his advances and accept the offers of Dee to safeguard her career. It paints a picture of how she was lured into an opulent, fast-paced, drug-fueled lifestyle once their relationship began. Allegedly, Combs showered Ventura with extravagant gifts, including luxurious vacations, apartments in both New York and Los Angeles, and designer clothing, all while providing her with The lawsuit contends that this lavish lifestyle was deliberately designed to ensure her compliance. However, as the relationship progressed, Combs is accused of becoming increasingly controlling and abusive, with instances of physical violence such as punching, kicking, and stomping. The lawsuit also claims that he coerced Ventura into carrying his guns in her purse on multiple occasions. The legal document depicts Combs as having an uncontrollable rage, alleging that he compelled Ventura to engage in S-acts with male S-workers, documenting these encounters through photography and filming. The suit suggests that she was administered D before and during these incidents, enabling her to disassociate during these horrific encounters. Moreover, the lawsuit alleges that Ventura was a victim of SA, claiming she was coerced into participating in forced SA in multiple cities. In 2015, the legal document claims that Combs subjected Ventura to a severe beating. Witnesses, including his security guard and assistant, allegedly saw her with 2 black eyes, a burst and bruised lip, and a huge welt on her forehead, prompting them to tears. According to Ventura's allegations, she was purportedly consistently compelled to seclude herself in hotels until her bruises healed.
Says that not long after she met him in 2005, when she was only 19 years old, he began a pattern of control and abuse that included.
The lawsuit emphasizes that Combs employed his companies to exert further control over Ventura's life. Despite his alleged actions being witnessed by his loyal network, the legal document contends that they hesitated to take meaningful action to intervene or stop Mr. Combs's purported behavior. Her volatile and a partner, who also owned her label and therefore held her future success in his hands, had fully exerted control over every aspect of her life, the lawsuit stated. It is asserted in the lawsuit that Combs utilized the threat of additional violence and his extensive network to compel Ventura to stay in the relationship whenever she attempted to leave. In one particular instance, after Ventura briefly entered into a relationship with Kid Cudi in 2012, Combs allegedly retaliated by destroying the rapper's car. Kid Cudi has confirmed Ventura's account, stating to the New York Times, "This is all true."
Diddy threatened to blow up the rapper's Kid Cudi car in 2012 when he and Cassie were briefly linked.
In 2016, James Cruz, the president of Bad Boy Management, purportedly informed Ventura that her single would not be released unless she complied with answering phone calls, as detailed in the lawsuit. By 2018, Ventura was resolved to end the relationship. Following a dinner where she expected to discuss the matter, Combs allegedly forced his way into her home and ate her, according to the lawsuit. Subsequently, she left the home, which he had financed, returned the car he had purchased for her, and severed all ties with him. The lawsuit highlights the extensive harms and trauma endured by Ventura, necessitating intensive medical and psychological care. In pursuit of justice, the legal document states, Miss Ventura therefore seeks justice for the decade of her life that Mr. Combs took away from her with threats of violence, excessive use of D, physical and psychological A, and S slavery. The lawsuit seeks damages not only for lost wages, but also for mental pain and severe emotional distress inflicted upon Ventura during the course of her alleged decade-long ordeal.
Years in silence and I'm finally ready to tell my story. She's speaking up on behalf of herself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships.
Cassie Ventura made her entry into the music scene around 2004, introducing a promising talent marked by a unique blend of sultry vocals and charisma. In the early stages of her career, before her association with Diddy, Cassie collaborated with producer and artist Ryan Leslie. A proficient musician, Leslie discovered Cassie and took her under his wing, signing her to his music label, Next Selection. It was under Leslie's mentorship that Cassie recorded her debut single, Me and You, a track that eventually soared to chart-topping success.
Baby, tell me if you like it. It's me and you.
Talking about Cassie's lawsuit, it also included forcing her to have S with multiple male prostitutes while he watched, masturbated, and recorded. The lawsuit refers to the alleged SE incidents as freakouts, claiming that they occurred in various hotel suites, including at the Trump International Hotel in New York City. Among the serious allegations is the accusation that Diddy engaged in ST involving Cassie, 37, directing her to male prostitutes while he observed for S pleasure. The lawsuit asserts that she was instructed to cover herself with oil and engage in S activities with multiple men, sometimes in masks and costumes.
Having with the male prostitutes.
They had to be for both of them. They was in the room. Right?
You're right.
It's a freak-off section.
It states that the music executive, who she first met as a teenager, told her it would turn him on if he saw her with another D. He allegedly hired a man and brought him to his home in Los Angeles to engage in the S-acts with Cassie. Mr. Combs directed Miss Ventura to perform S-acts with this man while Mr. Combs watched them, the lawsuit states. He masturbated while he directed Miss Ventura and the man to do specific S-acts. The entire encounter lasted multiple days. She claimed Diddy got drunk during a freak-off around March 2016 and punched her in the face, leaving her with a black eye. Further, she stated that she attempted to leave the hotel room when he fell asleep, but he woke up and started screaming at her. Allegedly, he grabbed at her, took the glass vases from the hallway, and threw them at her, causing glass to shatter around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. Although she managed to reach her apartment, she claimed to have returned out of fear that he would become even angrier. When she returned, hotel security staff urged her to get back into a cab and go to her apartment, suggesting that they had seen the security footage showing Mr. Combs beating Miss Ventura and throwing glass at her in the hotel hallway. The lawsuit states, she alleged that Diddy paid the hotel staff $50,000 for the hallway security footage from that evening. On another occasion in 2013, Diddy allegedly organized a freak-off and incurred tens of thousands of dollars in damages to the hotel. According to the lawsuit, Cassie was expected to coordinate the location and hire male S-workers for these events. She was allegedly instructed to use websites and escort services to find men with large black P. The lawsuit contends that Diddy insisted on these encounters weekly, repeatedly telling her it was our thing and our secret.
Oh, she didn't want it, but Cassie, who searched for the big black, and she was searching for the big black.
Cassie asserted that these intimate encounters, referred to as freak-offs, frequently occurred in upscale hotel suites, including locations such as the Trump International Hotel in Columbus Circle, L'Hermitage Beverly Hills, the London Hotel in Los Angeles, and intercontinental hotels nationwide. Reportedly, Diddy's assistants played a role in organizing these events by providing baby oil and lubricants. The legal complaint states, Mr. Combs consistently supplied Miss Ventura and the S-worker with significant amounts of substances before and during the FOs. Miss Ventura was allegedly administered excessive quantities of ecstasy, C, GHB, ketamine M, and A during these encounters, inducing a state of dissociation. It became routine to receive intravenous fluids in the aftermath of an FO to recover from the substantial substances forced upon her. She claimed that Diddy would instruct her to pour substantial amounts of oil on herself, providing directions to her and the S-workers. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Combs would utter statements like, "Grab that significant black D," and inquire about how it felt as he guided her performance. Diddy purportedly utilized his phone, laptop, and tablet to record the freak-offs, treating it as a personal art project and adjusting the lighting. Cassie mentioned that she deleted any photographs and videos related to the acts if they were stored on her phone. However, she alleged that Diddy informed her he retained many of them. And that's what Spanky has also claimed, that in his parties he does the same things with other women and men.
Woo! Diddy? Of course he did.
Cassie's career took an unexpected turn in September of last year when Azealia Banks brought a new layer of controversy into the spotlight. Banks took to Twitter, expressing her frustrations and making bold claims against Diddy, alleging that he stifled Cassie's creativity and prevented her from releasing new music. In her tweets, Banks criticized Diddy, stating, "Lol, how about we boycott Diddy for ruining Ryan Leslie and Cassie? They still had hits to make, and all Diddy did was make her unhappy and never let her release any music." She further remarked, "Boycott this N for all the black artists he stole from. UN are pitiful idiots and BS politicians." While Azealia Banks' accusations lacked specific instances or tangible evidence, they triggered a broader discussion about the intricate dynamics between artists and powerful industry figures. Diddy's unquestionable influence in the music industry, particularly through his label Bad Boy Records, has propelled numerous artists to significant success. However, as suggested by Banks, such influence may come with its own set of challenges and complexities, raising questions about the impact of powerful figures on artists' creative freedom and career trajectories.
The experience of getting over it is usually pretty quick and easy if you really don't think that he's right for you anyway. Just keep it moving.
The claim that Diddy curtailed Cassie's creative expression and impeded her from releasing new music prompts crucial inquiries into the level of influence industry executives exert over an artist's artistic journey. Zooming out to a broader perspective, Cassandra Ventura, commonly known as Cassie, emerged onto the entertainment stage with a distinctive amalgamation of beauty, fashion, and music. Cassie's journey to fame has been characterized by distinctive shifts, navigating from modeling engagements to establishing herself in the realm of music.
It's not always that easy.
Right.
But like if you were paying for everything for him, or you were taking care of him, or he just didn't have any drive.
And these twists went to her case too. It is believed that Diddy has used his influence and power to pressurize Cassie to settle the suit. This is evident from his famous, powerful legal team too. One of his lawyers is John Huston, who is known for his unparalleled skills in law. John Huston has earned accolades as the best lawyer of his generation, with a commanding reputation for his trial advocacy, according to Chambers. Recognized as one of the top trial attorneys in the country, Huston has been honored as a National Trials MVP in 2022, a Lawyer of the Decade from 2010 to 2020, and twice as a California Lawyer of the Year. His achievements include the successful recovery of $5.15 billion after trial.
John Huston is a former lead prosecutor for the Enron trial of Ken Lay and Jeffrey Skilling. He is now a partner and co-chair of the Corporate Crisis and White Collar Defense Practice.
Having served as the lead prosecutor for the Enron trial of Kenneth Lay and Jeffrey Skilling, Huston is recognized for his proficiency in handling sensitive white-collar matters and investigations. Benchmark Litigation notes his focus on not only winning cases, but also avoiding reputational damage, stating that he is equally adept at managing deliberately low-profile matters, issues his clients prefer to keep out of the public eye. So isn't it natural that only John is enough to put pressure on Cassie to settle such a serious case, and ultimately he managed to get an escape? However, it was reported after that she had settled the lawsuit. But it seems that's not over for Diddy, because in a noteworthy portion of the sensational legal papers, she identified a second individual, someone named Roger Bonds, who allegedly did the same things.
So, P. Diddy's former head of security is also now speaking out. And it looks like day by day, guys, people are just speaking out.
As the security chief found himself in danger, he is now all out to speak about what actually the truth is. So let's just get started to know what he has got to say. Having served as the head of Diddy's security team for an extended period, Roger Bonds was, according to Cassie, an eyewitness to the purported A she endured at the hands of Diddy in 2009. Allegedly, the music mogul physically A her upon discovering that she was engaged in a conversation with another music manager at a Los Angeles club. Cassie claimed that Diddy's anger escalated to the point where he physically A her in the car afterward, with Roger attempting to intervene and prevent further harm. Regrettably, his attempts to stop his boss from hurting Cassie proved unsuccessful.
So, Diddy's former head of security has come forth. It looks like puffy skeletons are coming out the closet in every single way. This is not meant to be.
The founder of Bad Boy Records has vehemently denied the accusations made against him. However, following the resolution of the initial lawsuit, he has faced 2 more allegations. Additionally, further disturbing accusations about him have either surfaced or resurfaced. In response, Roger took to Instagram, cryptically expressing his readiness to share my truth regarding the situation. Accompanied by pictures featuring himself, Diddy, and Cassie together, he conveyed his message in a video. This is not meant to be threats or snitching or anything like that against Cassie or Diddy or anyone else. This is me telling my truth as I truly remember it, for 2 reasons only. First, because I have 4 daughters, so on all dudes, my truth as I seen it, saw it, and was involved with it for years. He also added in the caption, "Am willing to tell my truth because for so many YRS I was quiet. Nothing matters now but family." The Instagram post included a screenshot from the lawsuit identifying Bonds as an alleged witness to a specific incident in 2009. This incident relates to Cassie's claim that Diddy allegedly A her upon discovering she was in conversation with another music manager at a Los Angeles club, as reported by TMZ. It remains unknown what Roger plans to reveal, as he has not shared any additional information on the matter since posting. However, in the legal action, Cassie asserted that her former employer and ex-partner committed acts of A in addition to physical A. She detailed in the lawsuit that he exhibited a tendency towards uncontrollable rage. The legal filing further contended that Diddy had allegedly subjected Miss Ventura to frequent and severe beatings throughout the course of their relationship. Over the years that Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura physically and she again and again tried to escape his tight hold over her life, the lawsuit alleged. Every time she hid, Mr. Combs' vast network of corporations and affiliated entities found her, and those who worked for Mr. Combs' companies implored her to return to him. The musician vehemently denies the allegations against him, his lawyer said. Attorney Ben Braffman told, Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Miss Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Miss Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. The case filing also identified Roger Bonds, Diddy's former head of security, as a witness to the alleged A on Cassie. According to her claims, Diddy A her in the car after the two had attended the club together, and Bonds reportedly attempted to intervene. However, after his Instagram post, Bonds has not offered any further comments on the matter.
Wasn't able to stop everything because it corroborates what Cassie says. His name is Roger Bonds. In the lawsuit, Cassie does say that, somebody tried to de-escalate P. Diddy putting hands on her.
Diddy's apparent involvement, especially through his head of security, amplifies his role in the unfolding situation, raising public concerns. There is a growing sense of apprehension surrounding Cassie, with people mindful of the tragic events involving Kim Porter during her marriage to Diddy. Speculation is circulating that Cassie might be at risk after speaking out against the influential mogul in the industry. Worried individuals are drawing parallels between the current situation and past events involving Kim, fostering fears that history could repeat itself for Cassie. The entertainment industry was profoundly affected by the sudden and tragic death of Kim Porter, leaving loved ones and supporters grappling with disbelief over how a seemingly healthy young woman could succumb to pneumonia. Adding to the tragedy, a significant number of people questioned the accuracy of Kim's diagnosis. Initially, her death was surrounded by uncertainty, with the first coroner's report revealing the presence of toxins in her body and an undetermined cause of death. The mysterious disappearance of the initial coroner added to the intrigue, and a subsequent coroner later attributed the cause of death to lobar pneumonia. Notably, Jaguar Wright, often recognized as a forthright commentator in the entertainment industry, succinctly captured the sentiment surrounding Kim's death.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide and they found toxins in her.
She subtly hinted at the possibility of certain poisons inducing symptoms similar to pneumonia, implying a connection to Diddy in some capacity in the case.
I've been told that he was the head of the snake into the investigation of the passing of Kim Porter. And not only that, y'all, he was the one who initially found something problematic.
Tuffy didn't stop at revealing the coroner's demise. His industry informants provided additional information. According to Tuffy, one of his followers sent him an email detailing that Kim Porter allegedly attempted to contact her personal doctor, but faced difficulties in doing so. This purported struggle led her to make a critical mistake, described as the most significant of her life. According to sources, after waiting in vain for her doctor's response, Kim Porter confided in the father of her daughters, who then directed her to another doctor of his choosing. Unfortunately, despite these efforts, they were unable to save her. Surprisingly, it is suggested that Kim had a premonition of the unfolding events. Allegedly, she sent a group text to her close friends saying, "He got me." However, the phone was reportedly confiscated by the security team brought by Diddy when he arrived at Kim's house after her demise. There's another layer to the suspicion surrounding Diddy's involvement in Kim Porter's death. Diddy, known for being a serial cheater, reportedly engaged in infidelity with Kim's best friend at the time, Sarah Chapman. The timing of Sarah's pregnancy coincided with Kim's, causing profound emotional distress. This trauma visibly impacted Kim's health. People are now suggesting that Kim might have hid the things that are now revealed through Cassie. One of the internet users wrote, "So disgusting and wicked. For a man that has daughters, I hope he is still going to be held accountable for all the women he A. Let him share a cell with R. Kelly." Another one added, "He settled very quickly, but my question is this. How long does Cassie have? Diddy settled very quickly and is playing the Himble card, but I call bull. He is plotting, and it's a matter of time to see how this really ends. I hope Cassie is protected properly. One more person added. This settlement was announced exactly 3 days after the anniversary of Kim Porter's death. This was a humiliation ritual BC Diddy got out of line. Diddy faces another challenge in his personal life, this time involving his relationship with Young Miami. A close friend of Young Miami explained, "With everything going on, Young Miami is choosing to step back for now. The future is uncertain, but for the time being, both of them have decided that it's best to take a break." Young Miami is one half of the popular rap duo, the City Girls, alongside JT. The duo gained prominence after an uncredited guest appearance on Drake's hit single In My Feelings in 2018. The City Girls signed with Quality Control Music in 2017 and made their debut with the mixtape Period in 2018, followed by their first studio album, Girl Code, in the same year. Their music has produced platinum-certified US Top 40 singles, including Twerk featuring Cardi B and Act Up. The duo has continued their success with albums like City on Lock and Raw. Diddy, the acclaimed recording artist and music producer, has navigated a web of high-profile relationships throughout his illustrious career. Speculation heightened when Young Miami addressed the situation. While the City Girls rapper remained quiet online during the initial 24 hours of allegations and the subsequent settlement, it seems that she was occupied with planning a Friendsgiving celebration ahead of the holidays.
Happy Friendsgiving, guys. It's today on my best friend.
However, some individuals argue that Diddy's situation is more intricate due to his alleged involvement with both women and men. Despite presenting himself as a committed father and family man in public, Diddy's private life paints a contrasting image of the music producer. Numerous instances have surfaced where Diddy allegedly targeted young, heterosexual male rappers, coercing them into engaging in explicit activities, and now Spanky's claims have made these speculations even stronger. That's it for today. Until next time, goodbye.